Hello everyone, this is Logano, and welcome back to another video on the Great Builds YouTube channel. And I know it's been a while. I'll talk about what's been going on with my life and why the channel is going to be changing shortly. But for now, let's talk about two of the big changes to the Lego City in this video. Starting off with the spaceport. Now, originally this spaceport design is just one of the spaceport sets that I modified, and in a previous video I talked about that. But recently I also added some other space sets to it as well, including a 4+ set, which is a surprisingly good one, and I added it because it just comes with these little extra builds for the spacemen to explore with some of the space rocks and gems they get from space, as well as this observatory, which has like a little science lab with some alien plant life inside, which is pretty cool. And, of course, all of these are coming into the same area as the big spaceport, and I think it just adds a little bit of more detail to the spaceport area. Now, for the bigger project of the two, we have the start to the Botanical Gardens over here. This is a project I've been wanting to do ever since we expanded the Lego City and I removed the old Botanical Gardens. But now I have way more space allocated to it, and I've started off by just adding a bit of pathing and a fence. So let's take a look at the fence. You can see that it's actually a very different design than just a standard fence. I wanted to go for something that looked a bit ornate, and I left some gaps so we could hide some like vines growing through it, which would be fun. And of course, I made it so that the end of the botanical garden over here lines up with the train station that I've built over here. Again, the fence continues, it extends over here a bit, and then it closes back in over here as to not be too close to where the spaceship would launch from. Now, I went through a couple of different designs of the fences, and this turned out to be the one that I wanted to go with, just because it's a little bit different from your standard fence, and I didn't want to use any of like the pre-molded fences, because of course you can't really stick any plant life onto it. So this is a pretty good compromise, and I think it'll look great once we start adding plants. Also, just a side note before we talk about the path, I did add a little trash can over by the train station. Nobody wants to be littering here, so that makes this pretty easy just to have one right there, and I might add some more throughout the build. Now, for the path, I did the same thing I did for the amusement park. I just used a bunch of tan pieces and did some different textures with different plates, angled plates and rounded angled plates, just to see if I could get some different details in there. This might improve in the future, but for now I just wanted to get the groundwork in so I could start working on the actual botanical garden itself. You can see I have some different paths going off the main path, and at the end of each of the paths there's a little bit of a rounded area, kind of to symbolize like a dead end or a turnaround section. And of course, the paths all go down to this main section here, which connects to the greenhouse. Now, this is the same greenhouse that I used in my previous botanical garden display, so it definitely fits well here, and eventually there will be lots of plants surrounding it. So, I think it's going to work out great. And that just about does it for all the updates I have in this update video for you. It's just mainly a update on what's been going on with Lego City, but I did want to mention that I also recently got a part-time job at a farm, so therefore I've been focusing on that and getting started with that for the past few weeks. But I should be back to at least a once-a-week upload schedule now, so stay tuned for many more videos coming in the future, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.